The U.S. President Donald Trump is set to join the Saudi monarch King Salman and other Muslim leaders in Riyadh. The aim of this summit is to combat extremism and to promote moderation, as per Riyadh Foreign Minister. Now, the U.S. Saudi alliance has experienced quite a bit of turbulence ever since Riyadh faltered what it saw as former President Obama's withdrawal from the region. Saudi Arabia believes that this summit, however, is going to focus the world's attention on the need to work together in partnership to defeat terrorism. Riyadh will be looking for assurances that the Trump administration will continue its notably harsher tone towards Iran and keep up pressure to stop what Saudi Arabia sees as Tehran's destabilizing activities in the region.
The summit between the US and Arab and Muslim countries is historic and the first of its kind. And as I said, it's a clear sign that both sides are interested in a positive dialogue and partnership. We are expecting to have almost 37 leaders, kings and heads of state, and we expect that we will have 6 prime ministers, and this is an unprecedented level of participation.
Right then, so let's get a sense of what we should expect from Riyadh over the weekend. Adel Maghrouri joins us now from that particular city. Adel, given his demonstrated hostility and ignorance about Islam, do regional leaders expect Mr. Trump to become more moderate in his views after this weekend's meetings?
Well, definitely that at least is the hope here. They believe that just by choosing Saudi Arabia, the cradle of Islam and the host of the 2 holiest sites for Muslims, is that with this choice, Trump is already taking a step forward into that road of having a more moderate views, or at least flexible views about Islam in general. He's coming here to talk with them about issues that concern the world generally, namely terrorism, and they believe that this might be a very good opportunity for them to talk to him more about changing these views.
Indeed. Where does the war in Yemen fall into the talks between the US president and, of course, the leadership of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia?
Well, Rama, you know that Yemen has cost the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia billions of dollars, and it's taking longer than they have expected. The other Gulf countries like the UAE is also involved, mainly with its airstrikes, and they want assistance. They want Trump to go in Yemen and help them in this mess. And basically, they also need some arms deals. They want smart bombs and missiles to decrease the error in their targets that used to have. There have been several instances in there where the targets were not accurate, as some have been reporting. So they need more advanced technology. They need to sign arms deals to enable them to do the task as they wish. And they hope that Trump may be interested to enter.
Indeed. The kingdom, of course, deeply unhappy with the last couple of years with the United States deal on Iran's nuclear program. Should we expect King Salman to be pushing for a reversal of the deal during the visit and, of course, the meeting with the other members of the Gulf Cooperation Council?
Well, definitely. What they are promoting here is that they are very happy that Trump is coming to Saudi Arabia during the election, the presidential elections in Iran, and they think, from what they've seen, candidate Trump has been doing, and later on when he took the White House, his position from Obama's nuclear deal with Iran is definitely what they favor in the Gulf countries, and they want to push Trump forward. They don't want to see this deal happening. They don't want to see a United States that is tolerant to Iran as the Obama administration did. So this is one of the main points that the Gulf countries see they have in common with Trump, and they want this to last, if not even push it forward.
Indeed. One last question for you, Adel. The Foreign Minister of the Kingdom, Adel Al-Jubeir, he says that several agreements will be signed in the course of the weekend. Do we know what these deals involved? One, of course, you pointed out might involve arms sales to Saudi Arabia.
Well, definitely. There is a huge number that is circulating. Of course, we cannot have any confirmation until the announcement is made, but it seems that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is willing to sign a long-term deal with the United States. Saudi Arabia in the last years, in 2016, was the second largest arms importer in the world, and its expenses from 2006 to 2010, its military expenses increased by 275%. The region in general in the last 5 years, their expenses on arms have increased by 60%. We're talking about 37 for Egypt, 35 for Emirates, 25% for Qatar. So there's a huge arms deal going on. There is, of course, a business sector. They're talking about investments in petrochemicals and other petroleum industries, along with some infrastructure plans and other deals that could count up to tens of billions along with the arms deal. So we're talking about huge numbers here. That's beside the delegation from the New York Stock Exchange that is here trying to get a slice of what all world bourses are trying to get from is the Aramco listing. It's a huge deal. Many experts are estimating it to be around $100 billion, maybe the biggest in the stock market history. So far, the New York Stock Exchange may be battling very tough competitors. Saudi Arabia seems to be favoring the Hong Kong stock market and stock exchange in specific, as the relations with China and Saudi Arabia are quite strong in that regards. And there is a lot of talks about that, but the fight on this deal will definitely be worth monitoring in the future.
Indeed, it should make your weekend quite interesting. Thank you for that. That's Adel Makruhi, of course, live in Riyadh. He'll keep us updated with all the developments, of course, coming out of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.